Do you ever find yourself wide awake at 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body decided it was time to start the day hours before the sun even thinks about rising? It's a frustrating experience, isn't it? That feeling of exhaustion before your day has even begun. The slow drag of the hours as you lie there, counting sheep that never seem to arrive. Maybe you feel alone in this, like you're the only one experiencing this peculiar middle-of-the-night awakening. But the truth is, this is a surprisingly common experience, especially as we get a little older, and it can leave you feeling drained, irritable, and like you've lost control of your sleep. But what if I told you that waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just random bad luck? What if it's your body trying to tell you something important, a signal about a deeper imbalance that you might not even be aware of? There's a secret hidden behind those sleepless hours, and understanding it could be the key to reclaiming your nights and waking up refreshed. In this video, we're going to uncover some truly surprising reasons why you might be waking up at that exact hour. And more importantly, we'll look at simple, practical changes you can make to finally sleep through the night. Stick with me to the very end, because the last piece of advice might just be the most surprising and impactful one of all. Let's dive right into the first common culprit that often goes overlooked, and it has everything to do with what you put into your body, particularly in the hours leading up to bedtime. We're talking about the silent saboteur of sleep, your blood sugar. Now, you might think blood sugar is only a concern for those with diabetes, but it plays a crucial role in everyone's sleep quality, especially as we age. Imagine your body's energy system like a gentle roller coaster. When you eat foods high in refined carbohydrates or sugar, especially in the evening, your blood sugar quickly spikes up, giving you a temporary rush. Think about that delicious piece of cake after dinner, or perhaps a bowl of pasta or even some white bread. While it tastes good and feels comforting at the time, your body has to work hard to bring that sugar level down. It releases insulin to do the job, and then, often a few hours later, that sugar level can plummet, creating this low blood sugar moment, often occurring around the 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. mark, is where the trouble begins. Your body interprets this sudden drop as an emergency. It thinks you're starving or in danger, and to counteract it, it releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These are the very hormones designed to wake you up, to make you alert and ready to flee or fight. So, there you are, lying in bed, feeling perfectly fine, but internally your body is in high alert mode, pumping out chemicals that are designed to jolt you awake. It's a natural, primal response, but it's completely counterproductive when you're trying to get some restful sleep. You might not even feel hungry, but your system is reacting to that internal stress. So, what's the practical takeaway here? It's not about depriving yourself, but about making smarter choices, especially with your evening meal and any late-night snacks. Instead of relying on refined carbohydrates like white bread, sugary desserts, or even large portions of starchy vegetables without balance, try to build your dinner plate around a good source of lean protein, healthy fats, and plenty of fiber-rich vegetables. Think baked salmon with a generous serving of broccoli and a drizzle of olive oil, or a chicken and vegetable stir-fry with a small amount of brown rice. The protein and healthy fats help stabilize your blood sugar, releasing energy slowly throughout the night, preventing those dramatic spikes and crashes. And what about those late-night cravings? If you absolutely must have a snack before bed, choose something that won't send your blood sugar on a wild ride. A handful of almonds, a small piece of cheese, or a spoonful of sugar-free Greek yogurt can be much kinder to your system than a biscuit or a bowl of sugary cereal. These options provide a steady release of energy and won't trigger that emergency stress response in the middle of the night. It takes a little planning, yes, but the payoff in terms of uninterrupted sleep is truly worth it. Imagine a night where your body isn't fighting an internal battle, where your blood sugar remains stable, gently guiding you through the hours until morning. That small shift in your evening diet can be a game changer. Now, while blood sugar is a huge piece of the puzzle, Another incredibly common reason for those frequent 3 a.m. wake-ups, one that's often joked about but seriously impacts sleep, is your bladder. It's a fact of life that as we age, our bladder capacity can diminish slightly, and our kidneys might not concentrate urine as effectively overnight. This means you might feel the urge to go more frequently, and that urge can become strong enough to pull you from a deep sleep right around that 3 a.m. mark. It's not just about how much you drink, but also what you drink. And when you drink it, think about your evening routine. Do you enjoy a cup of tea or coffee after dinner, perhaps a glass of wine or a beer? While these might seem like harmless habits, many popular evening beverages are diuretics. What does that mean? They increase urine production, sending your kidneys into overdrive and filling your bladder faster than you'd like. Coffee and tea, even decaffeinated versions, can still have diuretic effects due to other compounds. Alcohol is another major culprit. Not only does it relax your bladder muscles, making it harder to hold urine, but it also disrupts your sleep architecture, leading to lighter, more fragmented sleep, making you more prone to waking up with that urgent need to use the bathroom. So, the simple, actionable step here is to be mindful of your fluid intake, especially in the last few hours before bed. Try to front-load your hydration earlier in the day. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water during the morning and afternoon. But start tapering off your fluid intake 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. This gives your body enough time to process the liquids before you lie down. And when it comes to those diuretic drinks like coffee, tea, and alcohol, try to cut them off even earlier in the day. For example, if you aim to be in bed by 10 p.m., try to have your last cup of coffee by early afternoon and your last alcoholic drink no later than 6 p.m. If you must have a warm drink in the evening, opt for a soothing herbal tea that doesn't contain caffeine, like chamomile or peppermint. It's a small adjustment, but preventing that early morning bladder alarm can make a world of difference to your sleep continuity. Now that we've discussed how our diet and drink choices can secretly disrupt our sleep, let's explore something often overlooked that silently steals our precious nighttime rest. Moving on from what you eat and drink, let's explore something often overlooked. Something that quietly builds up during the day and then erupts when the world around you is still and quiet, hidden stress and anxiety. You might think you're not a particularly stressed person, or that you've dealt with your worries during the day. But the quiet of 3 a.m. is a prime time for the subconscious mind to process anxieties and unresolved issues. Our bodies naturally have a circadian rhythm for hormones, and cortisol, often called the stress hormone, naturally begins to rise in the early morning hours, preparing us to wake up. However, if you're carrying a chronic burden of stress or anxiety, this natural rise can be amplified, acting like an alarm clock that goes off too early. Think about it during the day. You're busy, distracted by tasks, conversations, and the general hustle and bustle. Your mind is engaged, but when you lie down in a dark, silent room, all those distractions melt away. Suddenly, your thoughts have nowhere to go but inward. That financial worry you pushed aside, the lingering concern about a family member, a perceived slight from a friend, or even just the endless to-do list for tomorrow. These thoughts can bubble up to the surface, and at 3 a.m., when your brain chemistry is already nudging you towards wakefulness, these worries can take hold and spiral, making it impossible to drift back to sleep. You're not necessarily having a full-blown panic attack, but a quiet, insidious hum of anxiety that keeps your nervous system just slightly on edge. This isn't just about feeling worried. It's about the physiological response that accompanies it: a slightly elevated heart rate, a subtle tension in your muscles, and that feeling of being on. The solution here isn't to magically banish all stress, because that's simply not realistic. Instead, it's about creating a buffer, a wind-down routine that helps your mind and body shift from active processing to restful preparation for sleep. Consider dedicating the last hour or two before bed to truly relaxing activities. This means stepping away from screens, Your phone, tablet, television, which emit blue light that interferes with melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Instead, try reading a physical book, listening to calming music, or perhaps engaging in a gentle hobby like knitting or journaling. Journaling can be particularly powerful for those 3 a.m. worries. Before bed, spend 10-15 minutes writing down anything that's on your mind. Your concerns, your thoughts, your plans for tomorrow. Get it all out onto paper. It's like emptying a mental to-do list, signaling to your brain that these thoughts are now parked, ready to be addressed tomorrow, not in the middle of the night. Another simple but effective technique is practicing gentle mindfulness or deep breathing exercises. Just 5 to 10 minutes of focusing on your breath, inhaling deeply through your nose, holding for a moment, and slowly exhaling through your mouth, can help activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest system. This counters the fight or flight response triggered by stress, signaling to your body that it's safe to relax. Imagine your mind as a busy highway. These practices are like taking an exit ramp, allowing you to slow down and find a quieter path towards sleep. It's about consciously shifting your mental state from active problem-solving to peaceful surrender, creating an internal environment where sleep can thrive, rather than being hijacked by nocturnal worries. Now that we've considered how your inner world affects your sleep, let's talk about your outer world, your bedroom environment, and your overall sleep hygiene. This is perhaps one of the most foundational, yet often overlooked, aspects of consistent, restful sleep. We spend a third of our lives in our bedrooms, yet how much thought do we really put into making it a sanctuary for sleep? The ideal sleep environment is like a cozy, dark cave, cool, quiet, and absolutely dark. Even a sliver of light from a street lamp, a digital clock, or a charging phone can disrupt your melatonin production. Melatonin is your body's natural sleep signal, and light, especially blue light from electronic devices, tells your brain it's still daytime, even if it's 3 a.m. Think about your current bedroom. Is it dark enough? Consider blackout curtains or blinds if there's any outside light pollution. If you have a digital alarm clock, turn it to face the wall or cover it. Even the small indicator lights on charging devices can be enough to interfere. Then there's temperature. Most people sleep best in a room that's cooler than their daytime living space. Somewhere between 60-67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. If your bedroom is too warm, your body will struggle to cool down, leading to restlessness and waking. Too cold, and you might shiver. Experiment to find your personal sweet spot. And consider lightweight, breathable bedding that helps regulate your body temperature throughout the night. Finally, let's talk about noise. While some people can sleep through anything, unexpected noises, a dog barking, traffic, even a refrigerator hum, can disrupt your sleep cycles, pulling you out of deep sleep, especially when you're in lighter sleep stages around that 3 a.m. mark. If you live in a noisy area, consider using earplugs or a white noise machine. A white noise machine can create a consistent, low-level hum that masks sudden disruptive sounds, creating a more peaceful background for sleep. It's not about blocking out all sound, but about creating a consistent auditory environment that doesn't trigger your alert system. Beyond the physical environment, sleep hygiene encompasses your daily habits that impact your sleep. This includes maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends, going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time every day, including Saturdays and Sundays, helps regulate your body's natural circadian rhythm. It teaches your body when to expect sleep and when to expect wakefulness, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Avoid long naps during the day, especially in the late afternoon, as they can reduce your sleep drive at night. And remember, your bed should primarily be for sleeping and intimacy. Avoid using it as your office, dining table, or entertainment hub. This helps your brain associate your bed with rest and relaxation, strengthening the connection between the space and the act of sleeping. Each of these small adjustments to your sleep environment and daily routine builds a stronger foundation for truly restorative sleep. Next, we'll dive into a surprising aspect of our internal clock and how it influences our 3 a.m. wake-ups. We've covered quite a bit, haven't we? From what's on your plate to the peace in your mind, and even the comfort of your bedroom, it's fascinating how a late-night treat, a cup of tea, a lingering worry that comes alive in the quiet of the night, or even just a sliver of light peeking through the curtains can all play a role in that frustrating 3 a.m. awakening. It's not just one single thing for most people. It's often a combination of these subtle influences that conspire to pull you from your much-needed rest. But the good news, the really encouraging part, is that these aren't insurmountable problems. These are signals, gentle nudges from your body, inviting you to make small, deliberate changes that can lead to big improvements in your sleep and, by extension, your entire well-being. Remember, you are not alone in experiencing these middle-of-the-night wake-ups. Many people, especially as we get a little older, find themselves in this very same situation. The key is to approach this with curiosity and kindness towards yourself, not frustration. Start by observing your own habits. Could it be that sweet treat after dinner? Or perhaps that last cup of tea? Are you taking your worries to bed with you? Is your bedroom truly a haven of darkness and quiet? Even picking just one or two of these areas to focus on can start to shift the pattern. Maybe you try cutting off fluids a few hours before bed for a week. Or perhaps you swap your sugary dessert for a handful of almonds. Or you could commit to a 15-minute wind-down routine where you journal your thoughts before lights out. Small, consistent changes truly add up to make a significant difference. It's about being patient with yourself too. Rome wasn't built in a day, and your sleep patterns won't transform overnight, though you might be surprised at how quickly some of these changes yield results. Think of it as an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-care. Each night is a new opportunity to try something a little different, to listen a little more closely to what your body needs. The goal isn't perfection, but progress. The goal is to feel more rested, more energetic, and more present during your waking hours, ready to enjoy all the wonderful things life has to offer. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips? Or perhaps discovered your own secret to sleeping through the night that we haven't covered here? What has been your biggest challenge or your biggest success in getting better sleep? Share your experiences, your insights, or even just your aha moments in the comments section below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to find their own path to peaceful slumber. We're all in this together, learning and growing and supporting each other on our journey to live our best lives. If this video has shed some light on your 3 a.m. wake-ups, and if you found the advice helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your likes tell me that this content resonates with you and helps more people find these valuable insights. And if you want more practical, gentle, and encouraging advice for living your best life at every age, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell too, so you don't miss out on future videos designed to help you thrive. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, revitalized, and ready to embrace the day with energy and mental clarity. Instead of dreading that 3 a.m. internal alarm clock, it is absolutely within your reach. Keep nurturing yourself. Keep exploring these possibilities. And remember, every day is an opportunity to feel better, live fuller, and truly thrive. Live your best life at every age.